Walt Disney Parks and Resorts has changed their disability access service as of a few days ago. However, some people are noticing fine print that may have people who are applying for the program agreeing to things that they would never agree to. Let's talk about that on That Park Place. Hello, I am Jonas J. Campbell, an investigative reporter for That Park Place, and here with me is my Wookiee co-pilot, Mr. VashSky. Vash, are you ready to try to go to Galaxy's Edge?
Yes, let me go ahead and get a lightning lane. Ah, they're sold out for the day. I do apologize, Jonas.
Oh my. Well, if you were in virtual queue, you could also be denied for even riding the ride. Wait, no, that's not Rise of the Resistance. That's Tiana's Bayou Adventure coming up in just a little while. But let's get into the topic at hand. DAS, the new DAS system, that is Disability Access System, requires guests to agree not to file class action lawsuits and more. This from WDWNT by Katie Francis. The new disability access system at Walt Disney World rolled out today, that's a couple days ago now, and part of the terms and conditions includes a clause requiring guests to waive the right to file a class action lawsuit and more. The verbiage specifically states, I understand that after an individualized decision regarding my personal circumstances, I may be offered DAS, alternative accommodations, or no accommodations at all. I agree that any lawsuit I may file or participate in challenging this decision, the individualized discussion, or the overall process itself shall be conducted only on an individual basis and not as a plaintiff or class member in a purported class, consolidated, or representative action or proceeding. That is amazing here. The new system has guests speaking with a cast member via live video chat to answer questions and determine their eligibility for the service. According to the terms, those who wish to pursue legal action against Disney in regards to their determination would have to file on their own and could not join a class action lawsuit. I wonder if this is actually in order to keep people from suing at all, not as a plaintiff or a class member in a purported class. That language is so specific. Well, actually, sorry, it's so general and so particular that I really wonder, is this even legal for Disney to do this? Vash, for those who might not be understanding what we're saying here, can you translate that to English?
Yes, I think I can. A little bit of history here. I think we referenced this before in our prior coverage of this, but they have effectively changed the way they give out these guest assistance or disability access services before multiple times. I believe I can think of at least 3 times in which they've attempted to reimagine this whole process. And after each one of those times, there tends to be a class action lawsuit filed by a number of grieved parents and so forth, or guests of the Disneyland or Walt Disney World resorts. So I think this is why they're including this language in here, which is to say, look, you cannot be part of a class action lawsuit if you utilize our services, is effectively what they are saying here. However, I do agree with you, Jonas. I think this is to prevent any lawsuit from going forward and necessarily would mandate arbitration instead. My question is, well, it's twofold. Is it legal? I mean, is this like binding, legally binding? Is a judge going to necessarily decide that, oh yeah, this is shipshape and you can't necessarily, you forego all your rights if you engage in these services? That seems, I don't know about that. That's for sure.
I'm going to say the word is probably tenuous. That's a good one for use in a case like this. I also think it's very sneaky on Disney's part. You have to agree to this before you agree to the interview. So this is not, in order to get DAS, you have to agree to this before they review you. Now, the assumption here is that whoever applies for the system thinks that they have a chance of getting access to disability access services, and that they're thinking that they need special accommodations. There might be some people that are abusing the system. Again, I am not worried about the people that are abusing the system for the purposes of this video here, but you would think that these people think they need special accommodations. That is the good faith argument here. And getting denied by Disney for those special accommodations, I see a very large issue here. I see a lot of Morgan & Morgan $50,000 lawsuits popping up over and over again. This might actually be more of a problem for the Disney company than they're anticipating if everyone decides to sue them at the same time. Class action lawsuits do come up over and over again. Obviously, the McKee lawsuit came up. There is a possible set of litigation where all female employees of the company have been considered a member of a class for a lawsuit that I want to say is out of California right now. So maybe we need to do a follow-up video here with Ron Coleman or perhaps Andrew from the Legal Mindset to get more clarity on what they're trying to do here. But this sounds so sketchy to me. Also, it sounds like classic Disney to try to force it to be more in Disney's favor here. I think a class action lawsuit would allow them to generalize and allow them to put a few legitimate cases forward, and maybe also lump in some of the ones that are less than legitimate. Of course, that would have to be argued in front of a judge and a jury.
Sure. And it would have to be preemptive to your application process, which is pretty insane. It's almost like they want a lawsuit, because when you think about it, it's like, okay, well, if you're giving me no legal remedy for just applying, then my only remedy is to sue you beforehand. I would suspect anyway. I would think that a clause like this has to be a two-way transaction. If you're not even guaranteeing the services on the other end of this transaction, how can you preempt somebody's rights to sue? That's a very weird thing to me. I don't know. We definitely got to contact our legal friends here for sure.
Yep. Now, there are some other aspects of DAS that this is a rumor that we're seeing, and we're going to be looking into this more. But we're seeing tweets like this one from this account, Park Hopper Zach, right here. Seeing what Disney has been telling people in regards to the new DAS program is horrible. The rumor is that people are going in for these interviews. First of all, if they're being denied for DAS, they're being told that you could buy Genie Plus if you feel like this is an issue, which Genie Plus can be, for now, up to $30 per ticket more if you need Genie Plus for your group. By the way, DAS is limited to 4 party members here, those with your group. And now they're saying that they're telling people to practice waiting in lines at home in order to prepare for their Walt Disney trip. That is an amazing statement, and we're going to try to look into it to see if this is the case. I would hope that Disney is not trying to give medical advice to people that are applying for DAS. We'll be looking into that more later. Vash, do you have any comment on that?
Oh, it's worse than I even imagined if this ends up being true here. And look, I had assumed that they were going to tell people, because this is what they've tried to tell people in the past is, okay, well, you know, maybe this service isn't for you. We have our FastPass service. And that's been going back for years. Then that switched to, well, we have our Genie Plus service. And now it's like, we're going to deny you services outright, and here's something that you can buy, which makes it all the more worse. And this is kind of what we commented on last time. But the idea of them not only attempting to upsell you as part of this process, but also tell you, oh yeah, you can like practice waiting in line at home, or, you know, maybe other medical advice attached to this. I mean, it is wild if this is true. I mean, this is no care, full disregard, blatant hubris. It just, there used to be a level of tact to these kind of things. The Walt Disney Company used to care, and now it's like they really don't.
The Walt Disney Company used to be known, even their letters letting people know that they're not going to be working with the company. But I'm talking about in the job application process. We're done with class. We sometimes refer to it as a white glove treatment there. Walt Disney did a better job communicating in almost every aspect, and we have some suspicions that maybe those people have left the company for greener pastures, or maybe they've been forced out because of some of the initiatives within the company since around 2020. It is a fascinating thing to watch Disney degrade in such a way. And of course, DAS became more popular as Genie Plus became a thing, because all of a sudden this aspect of a Disney Parks day became monetized in a way that it wasn't before. When it was FastPass, it was free. Obviously, FastPass Plus and some of the like Max Pass or things like that, those were monetized in a different way. We didn't know how good we had it, just having people run through the parks with all of their party members' tickets and try to get fast passes. It was an amazing adventure and kind of fun to try to game the system. Of course, now it seems like it's a game to hold on to as much money as possible and nickel and dime customers. Maybe to an extent where we're going to see a backlash soon. With that, we want to throw it to our commenters. Do you think that this is going to backfire on the company, or do you think they're going to stand firm? Is this a stance that they're taking in order to make sure that the system isn't abused and it's only used for people who legitimately need it? We're also hearing some rumors that maybe it'll be a little bit more difficult for adults who want to go to the park to get these accommodations as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Of course, like this video if you like this video, and consider subscribing to That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.